really popular,
and
Jane.
already popular in our show. And it comes to us from Egg Harbor, the award-winning seafood division of Ristelli Foods. This is their 10 6-ounce Faroe Island premium salmon fillets, and we're offering these at $109 with 5 easy pays of $21.80. That 5 easy pay offer, by the way, goes away at the end of the day. We've sold over 8 million. Whoops, that one got away. 8 million of the Faroe Island salmon fillets here at QVC. It is nominated for Customer Choice Award again this year. And the reason is because of the location from where these are sourced. Brittany Ristelli, the director of culinary for Ristelli, is also our meal and recipe guru, is here to talk all things Faroe Island. But this is your offer. You get 10 of these at $109. Again, a wonderful, wonderful piece of fish, and it's different because of where the fish is sourced. So welcome back. Always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to talk about the Faroe Island salmon because the source really has changed how I eat in general.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar, the Faroe Islands are located just north of Scotland. They're in an absolutely beautiful, pristine body of water that has a very strong Arctic current that flows through right between those fjords and sounds. So the salmon are in an area where their Arctic current keeps the water very cold and then very clean. So the salmon are pulled out of the water right there after they've been fed an antibiotic-free, hormone-free, steroid-free diet. And then they come out where they are individually packaged and blast frozen at the peak of their freshness after they have been center cut, boneless, skinless. So what you get is a really vibrant piece of salmon, really orange, omega-3s, omega-6s, all that's screaming out through that color. And then the stripes are your marbling. You hear us talk a lot about marbling with steak. It breaks down, it gives us that buttery flavor and that really beautiful texture.
Well,
same thing with salmon.
All those are cut from the center, so you get these really perfect, 10 or 6 ounce portion, so you know exactly how much you're getting with each one that you open up. So here's what's happening. We're very busy right now. Folks are in the process of placing their orders. Please do so on the mobile app for your smartphone or tablets or on QVC.com because we don't want you to miss out. And these have already been popular, 200 already spoken for. So once it comes to, getting the fish that's farmed from the Faroe Islands, then the fish is actually flash frozen. So this is actually what you get when you receive them.
Exactly, individually packaged and blast frozen at the peak of its freshness. And Jane, we talk about that a lot because I want everybody to kind of picture walking around your local grocery store. You see the salmon, it's sitting out at the seafood counter. I guarantee if you ask, they're going to tell you it was previously frozen, not only once, but sometimes 2, 3, 4 times even, depending on that. When it's blast frozen like this, you are the very first person that is going to go ahead and defrost that in your home, which eliminates the #1 thing that people complain about when it comes to cooking seafood in their home.
That fishy smell.
The fishy smell. So that already is eliminated. And also I have a lot of people tell me, you know what, I already tried salmon a long time ago. It's too strong of a fish for me. But when they try the Faroe Island, I feel like the mild flavor that you're receiving with this salmon is exactly probably what you were searching for when you were trying
the first
salmon
time.
to begin with.
And it's sweet. It has a sweet flavor to it. You can see how it flakes, like big chunks of this. I mean, it is a very meaty, substantial fish. So it is one of those kind of stick to your ribs type comfort foods at this point, which is part of the reason why we've sold 8 million. And when I want you to think about that, 8 million is not done in one show.
Not at all.
So, that means that people have gotten this over and over and over again. And that's why, again, it continues to be a popular item on QVC. 250 now spoken for. This is the perfect little, way to change the flow, change the pace of your meals. And it's so quick and so easy to prepare. This is the way I've done it. I have the capers. I do that Mediterranean style in the pan, a little oil, little salt and pepper, capers, olives, and tomatoes.
And that's it. And salmon is such a versatile fish that you can not only cook it however you want it, but you can pair it with whatever you want, which I think is a big reason why our QVC customer keeps this coming into their home, because it is something that you can switch up all of the time.
Right.
I love to pan saute my Faroe Island salmon on the weekends when I can have my glass of wine and my music on, even though that doesn't take long. I use a little bit of my wine to cook with in the same pan, boil some pasta, maybe some rice on the side, and this is exactly what I do on the weekends. When I'm cooking during the week, I love my air fryer. 12 minutes, I put a quick sauce on top of it, fast salad on the side, and we have something really pretty and ready to go.
I can't see
I
where
know,
the
it's
off
beeping
button
at
is
us,
on
right?
that side.
Oh, we'll
It's
find
on
it.
this side. I can't see it.
What are you looking for?
The off button.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
It's beeping at us.
It's beeping at
runaway
us.
fillet
We're
of
like-
salmon.
Each one of them is different, so thank you.
Oh, hi girls.
Hi.
How are
I was
you?
hungry, so I just swung by. Felt
Well,
like, there was snacks in the
perfect.
show and none in mine.
How about
well,
a
there
piece
we
of
go.
salmon? Would you like to
Am I
have
allowed
a
to take
piece?
everything?
Absolutely.
Everything.
Here
Okay,
you
let me
go.
put the pretzel back in the bag. The
Yes,
salmon will
absolutely.
go. You're all doing well?
Yeah.
Are you
Great.
blonder?
Am I?
Yeah, I think you're blonder. You're
Yes.
even lighter.
My
I like
hair,
it.
you mean?
Yes, it looks very pretty. I knew something was different about you. I'm
Yes.
just going to run off because Lauren Zarian is here. I'll see if he wants to share dinner
Nice.
with me.
Yes.
He's got lots of new, perfect options for fall fashion, and then I'll let you guys take it over.
You look
and I'll
plum
everyone.
beautiful.
I know.
Thank you. That was good. Bye. Pretzels and salmon for dinner.
I love the colors in that. I
I
love
know,
it.
she
All
looks
right.
great. She always does.
So, and speaking of what's for dinner, it's that time of day. So we're at that point of the week. First of all, it's Monday. We don't always have gourmet holidays on Mondays, but Mondays is a tough day.
It is.
It's the start of the week. You've got like stuff to do with the kids. There's planning, and you're coming off of the weekend. What's for dinner? So
What's
here
for dinner?
it is.
This
And
is something I do all the time.
I love this.
I take my salmon, I put it on a sheet pan, and then I just use the Egg Harbor lemon dill sauce. You can use teriyaki sauce.
Perfect.
You can use apricot jam if you like. Anything you want, mustard, breadcrumbs, anything like that. I put it on my pan.
Soy sauce with
like
this
this.
is good.
Yes.
Brown
if you wanna
sugar,
do, like,
love
a little
that
bit of an
combination,
Asian theme.
right?
I stick it in the oven. I put it in there for 25 minutes.
Okay.
I let the sauce bake into it. And then I have my one pan dinner. Sometimes I even put just a
it.
little bit of vegetables
Yeah.
and a starch on here as well. Tonight I'm going to pair it with a salad. And this is exactly what we'll have for dinner. We'll have the salmon, the salad, I'll have the sauce baked onto it. If I do it with teriyaki, I'll just do like that microwave white
love
rice or even the rice that we have here.
Yeah,
so
that's so good.
easy.
Listen, and we can get these to you in time for Labor Day. So you might consider actually doing a foil. Put this in a foil packet and put it right on the grill and
Little
let
butter.
that smoke up in there. You can even
Yes.
put your veggies inside with the salmon and let it cook on the grill. This is one of my favorites, though. Every time Brittany does this, that salmon salad, I mean, it just couldn't be easier.
So this is just exactly the play on a canned tuna fish salad, but instead we're eating a mild piece of Faroe Island salmon, high in omega-3s, high in omega-6s. They're individually packaged, so if you're making 2 for dinner, make a 3rd. The next day, I just sort of put it in the microwave to take the chill out of it. I don't even warm it up. I mix it with mayo, a little bit of red onion, cucumber,
all
celery,
this-
whatever
all the
it is
stuff
that
that
you
you have in the fridge, right?
Exactly. However you make your tuna salad, and then I will either eat this for lunch, or like we have here, we're getting ready for game day season, so I know we're going to be watching our games. I'll do like a little crostini, maybe some of those flat pretzels, and then I'll just make a little hors d'oeuvre or dip
I
as
love
well.
it. With a little caramelized or pickled onions on top of that.
Exactly.
So good. And you can make those so quick and they're so cheap. So this is made with stuff that you have in your house. The bacon wrapped salmon bites for game day. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine for your
easy.
tailgate how good that would be?
Delicious, refreshing. You're incorporating more seafood into your diet if you are trying to make smart swaps, like you said earlier. So this is something that just you can entertain with. You can cut them in half if you want. Maybe if you're doing a surf and turf and you just want to take a 6-ounce piece and then cut that in half, you can do that.
Just keep it simple. And that's what I love about this too, is that they really don't need a whole lot of extras. They're delicious by themselves. These pieces of salmon that we're eating here, these are literally out of the oven. There's not even any salt and pepper or anything like that on them. They're literally just, you know, actually as you see them. They're delicious. The flavor of the salmon is mild, so it's not too fishy. It does, you know, it's fish, so you can have the, you know, you taste the salmon.
Sure.
But there's a sweetness to it, Brittany, that I like.
A mild undertone. If you're somebody, let's say, that's already eating salmon, let's say you eat salmon, you're in a high protein diet, you really like getting that protein in throughout the day. These are 28 grams of protein for a 6-ounce portion.
Wow.
But it's also something that you're going to look forward to actually eating. I know some friends of mine, you know, they were eating salmon just because it was part of their health journey.
Right.
This is something that allows that journey
Like
to be a little bit more
it's like,
enjoyable.
oh, it's salmon night. No, it's not like that at all.
Not
it's like
anymore.
salmon night is the highlight. No skin, no bones. It's just the pure salmon. It's flash frozen, so when they come to you, they'll be frozen. You can go right into the freezer with them, or put them in the refrigerator, go right to the table, air fryer, pan, however you want to do it. They're delicious. And that's why over 8 million have been requested here at QVC. That's a lot. Think about that.
It's a lot. It is. And being able to actually visit the Faroe Islands a couple years ago just sort of solidified everything that you guys can see in the video that we showed you. It's probably one of the cleanest places I have ever been. It's lowly populated. The salmon are just in such a beautiful part of the world, fed an all-natural, hormone-free, antibiotic-free diet that when they come out of the water, you really do get that beautifully flaky fish. I mean, you could just sort of peel the flakes
Just
apart one by one.
Yeah. Can we see that video, you think, one more time, the Faroe Island video? Because this is where they are sourced, and that's what makes the difference.
It is.
When you go into your fish counter at the store, it's usually in the really fine print, previously frozen. That is not what we're talking about here.
No, not at all. They're going to come out of the water right there in the Faroes. Really small cluster of islands. There's 18 islands total. But between those fjords and sounds, you have your salmon, strong Arctic current, powerful current that flows through. Water's very clean, very cold, and then the salmon come out, and you are the very first person to defrost it, locking in all the flavor, all of the nutrients, and then keeping that texture absolutely beautiful and perfect. And I'm sure you've probably noticed at some menus.
Is that Fjord or Sound, the guy that's in the video?
You know, I don't know his name, but I know his name means polar bear. Because I couldn't understand him, but he told me it translated to polar bear.
Oh, that's hysterical.
That's what I call him.
Oh my gosh, I was just kidding. But I tell you what, this is going to upstream your menu for sure. So as you're planning what you're going to be putting on the table, if you're looking for a smart swap, then do what the over 8 million other folks, and it's probably more than that, have done by making this their choice as the premium salmon fillet that is on their table. This is a 10-piece offer of the 6-ounce, so it's a good size, and I want you to think again, like 4 ounces typically a preferred portion for the average person. You get 2 additional ounces for each fillet that you're talking about today, and they're going to come to you frozen so that they are fresh as they take them out of the water. They freeze them so they're fresh. They're shipped directly to you like this, and again, you can prepare them however you want. Pan saute, put them in the oven, do them in an air fryer, put them in the grill in a foil packet. Little lemon juice, salt and pepper. That's really all you need. Delicious, delicious. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you
It's
so
nice
much.
to have you with us
Thank
as
you.
always. Appreciate you. All right, so continue in the process of placing your order for that. Well, we did it. We did it. We did.